Hey, everybody. What's going on? Tim Kirk coming to you live with Real Men Parent. Hey, while I get this set up on my phone so I can see the comments, and I'm waiting for people to join, let me know where you're watching from. And you might see this thing that comes up on your phone that says give StreamYard access so you can see comments. And StreamYard is the software I use to come to you live here inside Facebook or wherever you might be watching. So if you click on that, it'll grant you access. Then I can see the comments while I'm live, and we go back and forth a little bit. So yeah, I got that set. And let's get started. Yeah, I wanted to talk to you guys tonight about being present during a busy work week or a busy week in general, right? I'm a full-time stay-at-home dad, so my work week is taking care of the kids and getting all the cooking and cleaning done, taking care of the house, running the kids around, doing all that stuff. This week's a little bit extra busy for me and my family, so this live video might not be as long this week as it has in the previous week because I'm going away this weekend, so I've got a short week for myself, and I've also got an inspection coming up on Friday because we are getting our home certified to become foster parents here in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. And we've been foster parents before, but it's kind of one of the hardest parts is getting your home certified. So we've got like an inspection part for that. So I still got a lot to do for that, but I wanted to get in here real quick and let you know that even with all this stuff going on, I'm still doing my best to show up for my family and really pay attention to my children, to my wife, and other loved ones, anyone that I really maybe come in contact with during the week. And for me personally, it's difficult because it's not first nature for me to just be like, oh, show up and always be engaged and always be focused. It's if you know me well, which some of you do, you'll know that it isn't always easy for me to do that. So it's one of the big things that I talk about here with Real Men Parent is being present for your children, for your other loved ones. But one thing that I would suggest that really helps me is I've got to put it in perspective and realize that there are a lot of distractions, and I've got to try not to get distracted by those things and focus on what really matters. So there's a lot of things I do throughout my day to help me with that. One thing that will trip me up is this thing right here, this smartphone, right? I've got to remember that this is a tool. Okay, this is a tool that can help me. It can help me reach more people. It can help me bring this message to you. It can help me in a lot of ways. But it can also hinder me too, right? Like if I just look at this all day and start looking at social media, YouTube, whatever, there's a lot of distractions there. I don't want to sit around all day and just watch fail videos, which I've done before. It's get caught up in it, just watching video after video. What I'd prefer to do is really engage with my kids, listen to them. I'll give you an example for today. I was really intentional with my son. I had to bring him to the doctor, and it's kind of like an emergency thing. We thought maybe he had a tick bite, but he didn't, thankfully. But I had to kind of just rearrange my whole day and get him there. But I had to pick him up early from school to get him to the appointment on time. but I just talked to him. He was in the back seat, and we did a lot of talking. We did a lot of we made a couple quick stops. He got to see some cool machines, some trucks. Stopped at a mechanic friend of mine. We got to see what he was working on, and then when we got home, I said, I'm going to set a timer. I'm going to play with you for 30 minutes outside. Then I've got to come inside and cook. So for 30 minutes, I didn't look at my phone. When it was time to play with him, I just played with him. And then I went back inside. I cooked dinner at it was like 4:00 in the afternoon. I had to do that because we had soccer tonight. My daughter was in the running club, so I had to go pick her up at 4:45. So I made a quick dinner tonight, which nobody wanted to eat, by the way, in case you were wondering. And then the adults ate it, but the children, were like sticking their noses up at it. And then we did the soccer thing. Of course, we got 20 minutes into soccer practice and it started to rain, so we came home. And like I said, this whole time, busy running all day. I drive in when I say took my son to the pediatrician, I had to go 45 minutes because I'm still using my pediatrician that's back in New Jersey. So basically, I'm running all day. I get some breaks in between, but I made sure at the soccer field, while my youngest was at practice, my daughter came with me. I was playing soccer with her, she plays soccer too. So I'm doing some drills, talking to her, kicking the ball with her, getting some exercise in myself at the same time. And we just had, some good one-on-one time, just her and I, the soccer field. And then when it was time for my water break for my younger son, we'd run over there, talk to him, make sure he was okay. And so that's just kind of some of the ways that I try to be intentional with being present with the little ones. And let me know if it's a struggle for you, like it is for me, or I'm getting better at it. I'm learning, and I like to practice what I preach, right? So I haven't been doing these videos as much because for a while I needed to go practice some more and learn how to do this stuff, and then come back and teach you and tell you about it. I've got some really cool stuff coming in the pipeline. Just next week, stuff is starting up. I wanted to also mention that while I had you on here live, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. It's a contest, really. And it's the first time I ever ran a contest. And I've got a couple of prizes here. This one will help you with being present with your kids. Right here, this is I don't know if where's the camera? You see that? It's probably mirrored. It's a timer. It's a visual timer. And children, they don't always understand the concept of time. Even some older children don't. So this isn't just for like toddlers. It could be up to, 3rd, 4th grade. They can see, when it's white and when it's blue, so they can actually see it. Set this for them. It's better, if you just set a timer on your phone, they have no idea how long 5 minutes is, how long half an hour is, how long 20 minutes is. Now they can see this ticking down, and it's good, for homework. It's good for when you want to be present with your kids. It's also good when you want them to get a task done, clean the basement, for instance. All right, it's a good thing to do. The other cool thing I'm giving away is this book, The Ultimate Stay-at-Home Dad. If you can't read it, that's what it says. Your Essential Manual for Being an Awesome Full-Time Father by Shannon Carpenter. Shannon's a friend of mine, and he wrote this book. So that's him on the back. Shout out to Shannon. Maybe he's watching. He wrote this book. I'm going to give this away along with a timer to somebody, and maybe some other cool prizes. You'll have to tune in to see what all the prizes are going to be. And I'm calling it your Stay-at-Home Dad Starter Kit. So if you're thinking about becoming a stay-at-home dad, or you are a stay-at-home dad and you need some more tools or just something fun to read, I'm going to be giving this stuff away very, very soon. What I've also got coming just around the corner is a 5-day dad challenge. I think it's the Great Dad Challenge, it's called. And if you've been following me for a while, we ran. I partner with the Legacy Letter Challenge, which we did back in December, and we also did a little bit back in February. But now they're coming out with the Great Dad 5-Day Challenge. So what that entails is learning how to write a legacy letter for your children. And what that is, I wrote one for my daughter back in December, and it went fantastic. It's basically just telling your children how you feel in a letter, how you really feel about them. So it's in black and white, in ink, written for them. And I might have typed mine. You could type it too. And I gave it to her for a Christmas gift, and it was a really great experience for me. I'm not exactly sure what she would say about it, but it was really healing for me, and really great to get down on paper. Now, with this 5-day challenge coming up, my goal for that is trying to get one written for my almost 5-year-old. By the time I guess I'll write it, he'll be 5. So it's going to be specifically tailored for him, and it's going to be written for him. And that's my goal with this challenge coming up. So there'll be more on that coming out next week. So those are two big things I've got coming up just right around the corner. So I wanted to let you know about that. And of course, we've got coming up in June, we've got Father's Eve, which is a great celebration for fathers all across the country, all across the world, where we get together and celebrate being fatherhood on the night before Father's Day. And this year, we're tying it together with a service project, so it's going to be really, really fun. The other cool thing, another big promotion coming up, it's called Business by Design. I've been building a side hustle, you would call it, building a business, becoming an entrepreneur, and James Wedmore and Business by Design has really helped me to bring everything I've been working on to you, and to do it in a way that makes sense for me and my business. And so now I'm partnering with him and able to share that with you. And so that'll be ramping up through May and then into June as well. So those are some of the cool things I've got coming up around the corner. I'm really excited about it. Really busy, right? Really busy time of year for me with all these different things going on, all these different promotions. But I still got to show up, right? I still got to show up for my family, for my friends, for all my interactions, my nieces and nephews. This weekend was a fun, busy weekend for me. This past weekend, it was like my birthday weekend, and we did a lot of celebrating for me and some other family, and it was good. But I still had to show up there too, right? Even though, they were celebrating me, which I was so thankful for and grateful. I still had to show up. I still had to spend some time with my nephews, throwing the baseball around in the backyard. Step away from the adult conversations, even though that's really where I wanted to be, right? And play with them outside for a few minutes, and then say, okay, guys, now it's time for me to go back in and hang out with the adults. But so there's time and place for everything. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Do me a favor if you would, tag somebody in this video, somebody that needs to hear this message, or send them over to my private Facebook group, Real Man Parent, and we'd love to have them in there. I hope you guys have a great night. Talk to you soon. Bye.